We took our client from 5K a month coming in from their email marketing to $269,000 coming in from their email marketing in just 31 days. So if you're an ecom brand owner that is just getting started with your email marketing, or you are currently doing some email marketing but it's just not converting, then stay tuned for this video because I'm going over the exact step-by-step process on how we generated them this result. Let's dive into my computer so I can show you. All right, so now that we're in my computer, as you know, I'm the owner of Fluid Creatives. We're an email and SMS marketing agency. We do this for a living. We've been doing this for the last 3.5 years, working with e-commerce brands and getting them results like this. So let's just dive right into it. First, we're going to start out with our re-engagement campaign. So basically, this brand had a list size around 20,000 recipients, but the problem was that they weren't sending any emails to them. And the reasoning for this was because they had no email flows built out, or they weren't sending any campaigns because mainly they just had no time. This is like the most common reason why I see brand owners not really prioritizing their email marketing, because they just don't have any time to do it. Majority of this brand's revenue comes in around Q4 time. So around 90% of their entire revenue, or like $4 to $5 million, just comes in from Q4 alone. So they spend all of their marketing efforts and dollars during this time, which just means that they go throughout the entire year not sending an email or basically caring about all of their customers. So why was it important to actually re-engage their list? Well, this brand has been open for over 6 years, which means that we have people inside of our list from over 6 years ago. And these people may not even know us, may not remember us, or even they probably never even bought from us in the first place, which means rather than us immediately coming into their inbox and just pushing sales down their throat, like Black Friday emails, all that sort of stuff, we just want to reintroduce ourselves and our products and the values that we have. And the reason for this is because we want to share value rather than, pushing these sales down, because it actually builds a connection with them rather than us, be like, hey, give us your money. We also wanted to give them a chance to actually leave our list. And the reason for this was because we wanted to protect our deliverability. When you're sending out emails to people, you have to realize that they're getting so many other emails from different companies that if they don't know who you are, they're just going to immediately either mark you as spam, or they're just going to unsubscribe from your email list. And we wanted to give these people a clear opportunity of doing that rather than having it at the very bottom of the email. So that's why when we were actually going to re-engage their list, this is the overall structure that we chose. So our goals were to actually just re-engage the list with the brand, the products, and just talk to them directly about staying on the list. And here's exactly how we did it. So the first email in our re-engagement campaigns was a reintroduction email. This email was basically all about like, hey, do you remember us? Do you remember the products that we're selling? Do you remember our brand story? All that sort of stuff. We also gave them a discount on this email as well, just as a little like, hey, do you remember us type of gift. Next email was like discover our favorite recipes. So this is going to be a content email to remind the list about our products. Our goal with this is because this brand sold like different cocktails and different drinks and stuff like that. So we wanted to share our favorite recipes. So they're like, hey, I want to try those recipes out. Let me go and check out their website. Our entire goal with these emails was to get them to the website so they could see the products that we're actually offering and maybe even place an order. And the third email in this sequence was a stay on the list email. Basically, the way that this works is that we told them straight up in the email, hey, if you want to stay on the list, all you have to do is click below to the homepage and you will be basically kept on the list. If they didn't, then they were just completely taken off. Basically, the reason why we did this in the first place was because we wanted to give them an opportunity to leave. We don't want to hold them hostage inside of our email list and just get blasted by all the things that we're going to be sending them later that month. And then at the very end of this sequence, we had like a last chance email to stay on the list, basically just shooting a reminder that, hey, we noticed you haven't even clicked on the email. Are you sure you want to get kicked off of the list? And once again, we're sending to the non-openers and clickers of these previous emails. And based off of those, here were the results. So we have a reintroduction email, which came out to have a 40% open rate, almost a 6% click rate, almost a 1% place order rate, and we generated $20,000 coming from that email alone. In the discover our favorite recipes email, we did 38% open rates, almost a 1% click rate, 0.1% place order rate, and we did around $3,200 coming from this email. And the third email here, we had to stay on the list. That also had like a 41% open rate. We had a 6% click rate. So this is showing us that, hey, these people actually do want to stay on the list because we have such a high click rate, obviously. We had a 0.6% place order rate, and we generated $14,000 coming from this one campaign alone. And finally, the last chance to stay on the list, this had almost a 10% click rate, which shows us that these people really do love us and they do want to stay on our list. We had a 0.5% place order rate, and we did almost $12,000 coming in from just that email campaign alone. So overall, we made them $49,191 Canadian just from those 4 emails. And that was from the beginning of October till the 9th. As you can see, we have $49,191 Canadian just coming in from the campaigns alone here. On top of that, as you can see, we have some flow revenue on top of this, which is what I'm going to get into right now. So next steps was their email flows. We started working on this brand in mid September, and we knew that October through December were going to be their biggest months, and we knew that we only had such a small time to set up their core email flows. So these flows are like the pillars for every e-commerce brand, and that's why we wanted to start with them. We had such a short amount of time, and we knew that if we didn't implement these 4 flows, then we're going to be leaving thousands of dollars on the table. So why are these even important in the first place? Well, by taking the time to set up a proper email flow system, you'll be able to retarget your traffic on autopilot, basically setting up a system on your website where people who are interacting, whether they're a first-time visitor, a window shopper, people who are abandoning their cart, or first-time customers, these are like the 4 pillars of every stage of an e-commerce brand. And we want to make sure that we're retargeting each one of these people. Here's an example of a store with bad flows and a store with good flows. If I just open this up here, this store with bad flows, we have 1,000 orders coming in, $50 per sale, minus $10,000 in ad spend, which leaves them in like $40,000 in profit. Now, if we see store B with good flows, we see we have an extra 200 orders because our email flows were actually able to capture more orders off of it at the same $50 per sale, minus the $10,000 in ad spend, which we're just left with $50,000 in profit. So with email flows, we actually are able to improve your conversion rates, your returning customer rates, and your average order values, just because we're able to retarget all of these people, get them back to the site, and get them to purchase the item that they wanted plus more. So here's the exact flow system that we implemented for them. So at the very top here, we have an opt-in pop-up. So with this pop-up, our entire goal is just to get more email subscribers to our email list. And off of this, we're giving them a little bit of a discount. We're collecting their email address, their phone number, and we're also collecting some data on this traffic as well. From here, we're taking them into a welcome flow. Inside of this welcome flow, our entire goal is just to get them to make that first purchase, get them to know our brand. And on top of that, we just want to build as much trust with them as possible. With this first part of the sequence, we're just trying to personalize the first email with the data that they gave us inside of the pop-up. From there, we're just going to be reminding them about the discount through their phone number as well. After that, we have like a 4 email sequence over the course of 4 days where we're just trying to, once again, improve that trust and get them to make that first purchase. So we do that with like a plain text reminder from the founder, a review email, a product highlight, and at the very end of it, we have like a Hail Mary effort where it's like an SMS reminder and then like a plain text email with an upgrade in the discount. So for example, in the beginning of this welcome flow, if we're giving them 10% off and we're constantly reminding them about this 10% off over the course of 3 days, on that 4th day, we would upgrade that from 10 to 15% off, only lasting for 24 hours. And we're seeing such high conversion rates off of this because who doesn't love a discount? Next is the browse abandonment flow. So the way that this works is that Klaviyo is able to track people who are viewing your products, but they aren't adding to cart or even completing their purchase. And we're able to retarget these quote unquote window shoppers to get them back to the whatever product they were basically viewing. The way that this works is that we have a 2-hour delay with a simple reminder. We're able to show them the actual products inside of their email using like a dynamic table. Almost a day later, we send them some more social proof. So we like to send over reviews, testimonials, or case studies. And then a day later, we like to send them a simple incentive as well as an SMS incentive reminder. This incentive is the same as the welcome discount. We just like to give them a new code so it looks like a brand new discount. Next is the abandoned cart flow. So this is basically when people are adding your products to their cart, but they aren't completing their purchase, whether they got a phone call, they were done with the toilet, they wanted to keep scrolling, whatever the case may be. We want to retarget these people and be like, hey, you guys were so close to purchasing, let's complete that purchase. And the way that this sequence goes is that after 30 minutes, once they've abandoned their cart, we like to send them a simple reminder as well as an SMS reminder. A day later, we like to send over like social proof plus reviews. A day after that, we like to do a mystery discount. And we like to say, hey, use code mystery at checkout for your mystery discount. Get up to 30% off, for example. We could give them whatever discount we want here. It could be 10, 15% off. They're just going to be happy with it because they're going to go back to checkout. They're going to add this code to their cart. They're going to see the drop in the price, and they're just more likely to actually convert because they're seeing it in real time and they've done all of these actions beforehand. So they're more likely to actually convert. And this is exactly what we're seeing off of these 2 emails right here. So we have a simple like reminder a day later after this email goes out. And then finally, the last flow that we actually built for them was a post-purchase. This one's pretty straightforward. After somebody completes their first ever order, we like to send them something just to improve the customer experience and to get them to purchase a second time on the site. Basically, the way that this flow works is after 5 minutes, we send them a plain text thank you email, which then after that, a day later, we like to send them like how to use the product, basically trying to remove any buyer's remorse. If your product is pretty straightforward, whether that's like a consumable product or if it's like shoes or something like that, obviously you don't need directions on that. So we like to do an upsell email rather than how to use the product, which is exactly what we did for them. And then 7 days later, we like to ask them, how's it going? So in this email, we're just trying to basically get some more reviews out of them, basically get them to come to our site and and place a review. From there, 3 days after that, we have like a plain text offer where we're just trying to give them a straight offer to either be like an affiliate or to, use code X, Y, and Z for 25% off, something like that. So this is the overall flow system that we implemented for them. And just off of that, we did $163,000 just coming in from their flows alone. And basically the breakdown looks like this. So from the welcome flow that I showed you, this one right here, we made them about $105,000. From the abandoned cart flow, which was right here, we made them almost $20,000. From the browse abandonment flow, which is like this 3 email plus 1 SMS sequence, we made them about $15,000. And finally, from that post-purchase flow, the last one I just showed you right here, we made them around $12,000 Canadian just coming in from these flows alone. And this was the exact system that we implemented for them. Before we move on with the rest of the video, if you want these email flows built out for your brand, all you have to do is click that first link in the description. We are doing this completely done for you for a one-time payment. So there's no high monthly retainers, no fees, and you don't have to spend, 30 hours a week trying to build this all yourself. We'll build it out completely done for you and in less than 30 days. So if you want more details on that, just click the first link in the description below. Back to the video. Next step is preparing for the hottest 30-day period that they're going to have. So this is basically from October 15th to November 15th is basically like their BFCM. During this period, they make the most amount of their revenue and they sell majority of all their stock during this time. And BFCM sales don't even come close to what they're going to make during this period. And I can basically tell you that right now because it's December 4th. We just got through with Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and the sales were not even close to how we performed on October 15th to November 15th. Basically, here's our campaign strategy. So we had 2 groups of customers. People who bought their top product before and people who have never bought their top product before. So basically what I had come up with is I created 2 sequences of emails to go out to both of these types of customer groups. And here they are basically. So for the people who have bought, we are focusing on nostalgia from last year. So recreating your best memories. This product was basically a product that you could do with the family during the Christmas holiday times. It was a very fun product. So we wanted to bring that back to them and remind them about it. We wanted to showcase the upgrades in the product, some more social proof, and provide obviously discounts because who doesn't love a discount? After that, for the people who haven't bought, we're really focusing on what the product really is, how you can have fun with it, the education, how it works, why all of our past customers have loved it. And on top of that, we want to do some more social proof and some more discounts. So off of that, we did $68,000 just coming in from these 16 email campaigns. As you can see, this is not including the re-engagement strategy. This is from October 15th to November 15th. We did $68,000 just coming in from those. We basically helped them sell out their stock. So as you can see, this is from our client. She basically said, I have our list of BFCM orders at this time. We are all sold out of this product and we're focusing on selling out on this one. Which we just have over 2,000 units left. And I could tell you from being out of this period now that we actually have sold out of that second product. And we basically accomplished what we wanted to do at the end of this year. So just to give you a little recap, we are basically done. That was the entire strategy. We basically sent out 4 email campaigns to re-engage their list. We set up the automated email flow sequences like the welcome flow, the browse abandonment, the abandoned cart, and the post-purchase. We created 16 emails to help push their products. And overall, we generated them $269,000 just coming in from their email marketing. And that breakdown is $163,000 coming in from their email flows and $106,000 coming in from their email campaigns alone. All right, and that is basically how we took our client from $5,000 to $269,000 just coming in from their email marketing alone. So I hope you got some great value out of that. I hope you learned a lot more about how email marketing works. If you want more of an in-depth video of how we did this, how we built all the segments, how we came up with the strategy, all that sort of stuff, just comment that down below. But I hope you got some great value out of it. Now, if you're an e-commerce brand owner and you want to take your email marketing to the next level, I would highly suggest you start out with your email marketing flows. Once again, we're doing our entire email flow build out for just a one-time payment. It's completely done for you. All you have to do is click that first link in the description. You could talk to me from there. Thank you.